I have Dick Bove, who's joining us on the phone as we speak to continue to go through this story. Dick, welcome back.
Thank you.
So you had a sell on Goldman for a long time, and you recently upgraded the stock. You also, as I mentioned in the prior hour with David Faber, you had at one time called for Lloyd Blankfein to either step down or be ousted. What's your reaction to this news?
Well, I think it's wonderful. The only bad part of this news is that people are talking about him staying till the end of the year. I think he should leave immediately. I don't think there's any rationale other than the cult of Lloyd Blankfein, which you guys have, talked about for the last 20 minutes. There's no reason for him to stay. If anyone wanted to look at this company, as if it was, a normal organization, you would see that 10 years ago, it had revenues of $46 billion. 5 years ago, it had revenues of $34 billion. And now it has revenues of $32 billion in 2017. So the net of it is this company has not been able to increase its revenues for 10 years, 5 years. And if you take a look at what the revenues were in 2012, 13, 14, can't even get back to where they were, 3 or 4 years ago. No other big bank is in as bad a shape as that. If you take a look at their earnings, they're pathetic. This company's earnings are down from 10 years ago. They're down from 5 years ago. They're down from a year ago. The fact of the matter is, find some other company where the CEO has got a record like that and tell me why that CEO is considered to have this cult of personality, which everybody thinks that he's phenomenal. Why did Goldman do so poorly? They did so poorly because Blankfein made one bad strategic decision after another. He should have purchased a bank, like Comerica 10 years ago. He should have changed his trading activities. He should have brought up, the importance of investment banking in the company. He should have recognized that the technology in the industry was moving faster than Goldman's legacy technology, which apparently did not adjust. He made a series of mistakes.
I hear you on that, but listening to your commentary would suggest that we're talking about one of the worst banking executives of all time. And with respect, Dick, it sounds a little harsh, no?
No. I mean, basically, give me another company that's had an earnings record or a revenue record over 10 years as bad as this one is, and tell me why the head of that company should be considered to be one of the best managers in American industry. This guy has made continuously bad strategic decisions which have resulted in continuous failures in earnings and in revenues. People who do that do not belong at the top of an organization. What is unfortunate about today's, as I say, announcement or press release is that this guy is going to be there for another 6 months. He should be gone now.
If you hold that view, why in the world did you upgrade the stock and tell investors to buy it after you had a sell on it?
The reason why it was upgraded is because even bad managements cannot stop the change of events. And in the case of Goldman Sachs, the world had changed over the last 3 or 4 months, so that, it was my view that there would be a continued increase in the market, there would be continued increase in trading as a result of that there would be a significant increase in investment banking activity, which is where the company should be focusing all of its energies over the next 3 to 5 years. So, you have to say, do I look at the bad management of this company and think that they're so bad that this massive change in the structure of their business is not going to be actualized in the company's results? Or do I say, look, this is bad management, they've missed the boat, and the world has changed? The world has changed dramatically in their favor. Their businesses are going to do better. Therefore, I'm buying the stock because I believe the businesses are going to do better, and it's not the management that is going to determine, whether they can, in fact, finally, at some point, show an increase in revenues and earnings. Doesn't a company have to show an increase in revenue and earnings at some point for someone to say, gee, the management's doing a good job? Or does this company have some sort of a Mao, if you will, cult situation where it doesn't have to increase earnings, it doesn't have to increase revenues, it can continue to make bad strategic decisions on the direction of the company, and the management is considered to be phenomenal?
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.